He's gonna do it. He's gonna help his brother.
Good job, honey. You did it.
He said he just needed a minute to gather his thoughts, you know.
Come on, honey, cheer up. You gave it your best shot.
I really thought I'd gotten him. I thought I'd gotten through.
Look, this is Braden's failure, not yours.
Yeah, no kidding. Any man would let his own brother take the fall for him.
He won't be able to live with himself.
Well, this is his call. He blew it. Now all we can do is watch.
Mr. Lavery, your admission and your willingness to take responsibility for your offense are duly noted by this court. This does not, however, diminish the severity of your offense. Rape is a heinous crime, one that has little to do with sex. It is about power and violence, the depraved act of a coward who wishes nothing except to impose pain and degradation on someone weaker than himself. It turns my stomach. Were it up to me, I would throw the book at you. But your counsel and the prosecutor have come to an agreement. And so we will wrap up this matter quickly to spare your victim further pain. Miss Montgomery, I hope that you find peace now, knowing that your attacker is locked away. Therefore, on behalf of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby sentence Ryan Lavery.
Your Honor, please. I'm Ryan Lavery's wife. Before you finish, may I just please say something?
Mrs. Lavery, there is no need to plead for leniency. The agreement has been made between Mr. Lavery and the two counsels.
Your Honor, I'm not asking for leniency, although I would kneel down and beg for mercy if I could. My husband asked me to accept the unacceptable, to respect his wishes and move on
Your
with
Honor,
my
what
life.
the defendant's wife is trying to do is
I simply want to
delay
say
sentence.
goodbye
It's
to
just
my
that simple.
husband.
Young lady, you are out of order, and I will tolerate no more interruptions in this court unless someone has new evidence to present. Do you?
No.
Then take your seat.
I know, I love you. I'll always love you.
Thank you,
Please
ma'am.
reconsider.
Hey, you take your hands off her.
Don't
She can
make
stay.
matters worse.
Just let it go.
I'll sit.
Your Honor, you were saying.
Ryan Lavery, I hereby sentence you to 10 consecutive years with no parole to the maximum security institution at Statesville Correctional Facility.
You people are making a big mistake. You've got the wrong man. Ryan Lavery never touched Kit Montgomery. I did.
Your Honor, this is utter nonsense.
What was that, young man?
He didn't do it. He's covering for me.
Your Honor, the issue of Ryan Lavery allegedly covering up for someone has already been raised and covered. You questioned him yourself, and he denied it. This is nothing more than a pathetic attempt to stall the inevitable.
Your Honor, if my client is covering up for this man, for whatever reason, doesn't it stand to reason that he would deny it until the bitter end, or at least until the real perpetrator came forward?
Your Honor, the point of the sentence has been passed. Now, these cheap theatrics are solely to try to undo a duly arrived at conviction.
How can you be so sure? Is the district attorney interested in justice or winning?
Well, as the victim in this crime is my sister, I would say justice is the forefront of my mind, and I resent the implication.
Quiet. We will have order here.
Your Honor, may I speak, please?
Go on.
We have a serious quandary before us. Two men have confessed to committing the same crime. Now, Your Honor, I already have grounds for appeal. To forestall such an appeal, don't we owe it to ourselves to at least inquire why this man wants the court to believe that he raped Miss Montgomery?
No, I never said I raped her. There was no crime committed. The so-called victim was a willing participant. It was consensual.
No, this can't be happening. Thank God he might have a chance.
I knew he didn't do it. I knew it.
That must have been some talk you gave Brady.
I'm just glad he did the right thing.
You. Are you aware that anything and everything you say in this court can be used against you?
I am, Your Honor. I have nothing to hide and nothing to be ashamed of.
Nevertheless, I advise you not to say anything more until you have secured counsel.
I don't need a lawyer. Everything I say is of my own free will.
Your Honor, I would ask that these proceedings be closed immediately before this turns into a three-ring circus with 3 more clowns parading in here. Do you think this is some kind of a joke, coming in and confessing to a rape? You think this is funny?
She wasn't raped. Check the police report at the hospital. There was no evidence of any physical force.
Maybe you should check the law, son. I don't need evidence of physical force, only the threat of force or undue coercion. That's all I need to arrest, prosecute, and convict a rapist in this state. And that's what we've done to the man who confessed to the crime. This man right here. This is the man that's going away for 10 years. Not you, unless, of course, you'd like to join him for obstruction of justice, or perhaps, Your Honor, for contempt of court.
Mr. Montgomery, I will decide who is in contempt of my
I
court.
apologize. Your Honor, I would just ask that you conclude these proceedings so that we can remand the convicted felon to prison.
Your Honor, in the interest of justice, can we please hear this man out?
Young man, rape is serious, and so is contempt of court. Now, I admire your gesture of friendship for your friend, but I would say that claims in a court of law, false claims in a court of law, are not the way to prove it.
Ryan Lavery did not rape Kit Montgomery. That is the truth.
It appears that Mr. Lavery has many friends who would like to back him up. However, he has represented them here shamefully. Because the evidence, the forensic evidence, in addition to the eyewitness testimony, is conclusive. And this case is closed.
No, Your Honor. You do not have all the facts. Starting with the DNA evidence.
Your Honor, the DNA evidence was not tampered with in any way, and those test results are irrefutable.
Right. A 70% match. Well, I'll bet I can do a hell of a lot better than that.
Young man, I've had quite enough of you. Bailiff.
I am Ryan Lavery's brother. Now, I'll guarantee you a 100% match on that DNA sample. Or my name isn't Braden Lavery.
Order. Is this true? Is this man your blood relative? Your brother?
Yes, Your Honor, he is. I thought you were on your way to Japan. Yeah, well, I never liked sushi that much.
This court will recess for 15 minutes. You and you in my chambers in 5 minutes. Bailiff, retain custody of both of the Lavery brothers.
You did not have to do this.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I told you I would stand by you. So here I am.
Thanks.
Liar. You're a damned liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. Liar.
No,
Liar.
not here.
Don't come too far. You don't want to give him any more.
Or you saying they're gonna let him go? They're gonna believe him? They're gonna let him go?
No, don't. Nobody's dissatisfaction. Nobody's saying anything. Listen, Jackson with the judge. Let him handle it, okay? Come on, let's go someplace. Get some privacy.
It's a good idea. All right. I'll see if I can talk to the reporters.
Okay, come on. How about we get you some air?
Thanks.
Any chance Edmund's going to be able to get a little perspective on this? I mean, it is the second time the kid has cried rape and accused the wrong man of doing it.
I don't know. Dixie, you know this Braden Lavery, right? What do you feel about what he's saying?
Well, I think judging from Kit and her past, it's completely possible.
Make that probable.
Listen, at the very least, you'll win on appeal, but I think she's gonna throw the whole thing out. I really do. As for you, I don't even know what to say to you.
Haley, please don't. Do you guys mind giving us a moment?
Yeah, sure. Hey, good luck, right?
It's not too late to catch another flight to Japan.
I told you I'd help you. So, ta-da.
I wanted to help you too, Braden. This time I wanted to help you. Pay you back for everything that you did for me when we were kids.
And all this from a guy who doesn't like owing a thing.
I owe you my life.
You owe me nothing.
When Dad took stuff out on you because of me, that wasn't fair.
No, it wasn't. But it wasn't your fault. He was a broken down, drunken bully. A zero. It was his fault. Not yours, not mine. You have nothing to feel guilty about. And you don't have to go to prison for me. I'll take this on myself.
Jackson Montgomery is going to be out for blood.
Yeah. Well, he can have it. You know, once they get the DNA match, you're out of here.
Oh, and what's going to happen to you? He's got a lot to prove, Braden, now more than ever.
Well, he's her brother. He's got to do what he's got to do. Just like me.
All rise.
Please be seated. I have decided to hear the testimony of Mr. Braden Lavery, but I must once again urge you to retain counsel. The statements that you make here will become part of the official record, and as such, could be used against you in a further court proceeding.
Won't be necessary, Judge.
Very well. Swear him in.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I will.
Be seated.
Braden Lavery, your statement for the record.
On the night in question, Halloween night, I was at the pit. I was relatively new in town. I was just checking places out. I spotted my brother Ryan there. He didn't see me. He didn't even know I was in town. And I didn't know he was living here either. Anyways, I was wearing a mask. A werewolf mask. Just like him. He was with Kit Montgomery. From the looks of things, they were an item. I mean, she was all over him on that dance floor.
Objection to the characterization.
Your Honor, this has already been established by deposition.
Overruled. Continue.
So, they were coming on to each other pretty hard and heavy. And then all of a sudden, she blew him off. Big time. Ryan got upset and split. I downed my drink and ran outside to try to surprise him, but he'd already driven off. I was still in the parking lot when Miss Montgomery stumbled out. She was pretty hammered. I still had on my mask, so I figured I'd play a little joke on her. It was Halloween after all. So I took her by the arm. The next thing I knew, she was mine. I I remember thinking, Ryan gave up way too soon. Because I had no doubts that she just wanted to get it on.
Objection, Your Honor. There's no way this man can know what was in Miss Montgomery's mind at that time.
Sustained. Young man, leave out the assumptions. Tell us only what you did and what you observed.
All right, Your Honor. All right. But there's really not much more to tell. I mean, we didn't waste much time after that.
Your Honor, I move that every bit of this man's testimony be stricken from the record because he is lying through his teeth.
Motion denied, Mr. Montgomery. We agreed in my chambers to allow this man to testify. As unpleasant as it may be for you, we are going to let him tell his side
Your Honor,
of things.
this is preposterous. How can he expect this court to believe that this sex was consensual? Did you not say that you grabbed her arm and she was yours?
Yes.
Well, how did you grab her arm?
Your Honor, counselor is badgering
How?
the witness.
What, you want me to demonstrate?
Yes, I want you to demonstrate. Now you've
Your
got
Honor!
the idea.
Kiefer, I'm going to allow it. Young man, I would like to see your demonstration. Sit, Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I grabbed her arm, and she turned to me. I was still wearing the mask, so I figured that she thought I was Ryan. Then I pulled her into my arms. She came into them willingly. Our hands were all over each other. It wasn't any kissing or anything, because I still had on the mask. Not that we would have done that anyway. We just went for it. Down and dirty. There were some empty cardboard boxes against a wall, and they cushioned our fall. It was over in a matter of minutes. She didn't scream. She didn't fight. She wanted it. Just as much as I did.